Mm, Stephanie.
Yes,
Hey, good morning. On the Benny Elizondo plea, I think we just sent you a corrected copy, and I think Joanne corrected a copy as well. So we should at least have 2 correct copies, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna use fingerprint and go over all the conditions and stuff.
okay.
This one's no good.
Thank you, Leslie.
Is he there?
Yes,
Perfect. Okay, and you have the plea paperwork?
correct.
Got it. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank
right, ladies and gentlemen, I have 9 a.m. I'm going to call the criminal and then the civil dockets and ask for announcements from the attorneys. Anyone who's present who doesn't have an attorney, or if your attorney doesn't answer, let me know that you're here. Otherwise, please keep your electronic devices muted. Frio criminal, State versus Elias Salinas.
I represent him, Your Honor, and he's here in my.
Judge, I think Mr. Roberts said he's
We
there in
need
his
to
office.
confer with the state.
Okay. All right, Mr. Roberts, you're breaking up, but we did hear that. State versus Juan Garcia.
Your Honor, I'm here on that case on behalf of Mr. Robert Herrera. I filed a motion for continuance. I'm not ready, Judge. I don't know if Mr. Holscher wants to confer, but I'm not ready today. I would ask that it be reset to the 22nd, if that's okay, and ask that the defendant appear as I have some questions for him. Good.
Appear on the
Your
20th.
Honor, this is Joseph Holscher for Juan Garcia. We're ready today. I'm happy, of course, always to confer with opposing counsel, but we probably will need to seek some relief today, if only to try to convert the bonds to PR bonds, because we obviously have a significant dispute with this.
And Your Honor, I just got high, and I'm not
I'll
ready.
mark y'all conferring.
Okay.
Um,
Do you want us to go to a breakout room, Judge?
Yes, I made Jennifer Poppy the host, so she'll be in charge of those. And I'll just note, Mr. Helsher, I don't believe there would be anything if it's an ongoing dispute and not about a discrete action or failure to act in the past. I don't think there'd be anything to keep Mr. Herrera from refiling this motion. So I don't know why it seems to me that would probably be better to continue it rather than have to go through the useless procedure of having it refile, but I will not prejudge that.
I would just say, Judge, if I may.
No,
Judge Ellison,
we'll get to it. If I need to make a decision, I'll make a decision then.
It's-
State versus Chase Owen.
Not present in the courtroom.
Okay, no show.
I'm here. I'm here.
It looks like he's,
Okay, I see you. Mr. Owen, have you heard from your attorney?
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
I spoke to him yesterday. He said he was going to get it postponed until sometime in May.
Well, that's a surprise. Okay, we'll check on Mr. Ernst.
he just got on.
Salazar.
Oh,
Oh, there he is. All right, your announcement, Mr. Ernst?
Your Honor, we are, sorry, okay, there we go. Your Honor, we are asking for the pretrial dates for Mr. Owen. He should be present. There he is.
Okay. Well, it's not pretrial dates for everyone. We're going back to starting the first business day of June. The judge on the circuit will be on the circuit, and the judge who's not on the circuit will continue Zoom dockets. And then we're going back to regular jury selection starting June the 1st.
Okay.
So for all of the attorneys, unless you have the special dispensation from the judge to do something else, you don't just reset it for a docket date or a pretrial date. We need pretrial, docket call, jury selection date.
Well, yeah, so sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, we're requesting the trial track dates.
State versus Deanne Salazar.
Not present in the courtroom.
Benny Elizondo.
He's present here.
I'm present on that, Judge. He's, plea papers have been submitted. We should be ready to go.
Okay, if somebody will send those to me in chat, I would appreciate it. Brandon McLean.
Yes, Judge John Lamberson. I confer with the state. We're dropping that setting. I confer with Norma. It's dropped. His next setting is 5-6.
Okay, are you making that, or he's just remain on docket?
I don't understand, Judge. I apologize.
Does he already have a setting for 5-6? Or just
Yes, Judge. He already has a setting for 5-6.
remain on docket?
Thank you.
State versus Ruben Briones.
He's present in my office, Your Honor, and we have submitted a waiver of arraignment already on him.
All right, well, it needs to be tweaked, or you need to get the dates from Ms. Poppy. I expect if the waiver of arraignment only has a single date, that's not going to be good. We need a pretrial date, docket call date, jury selection date.
Okay, I'll get those from her, Judge.
All right. Frio add-ons, State versus Anna Marie Maha.
She's in custody.
I'm sorry?
She's in custody.
Custody, okay. Is the appointment for Mr. Arguelles, is that an old one or is this on the MTR?
Frio County, what is it?
Their audio, is-
I'm sorry, Judge. A popper has been completed and it was sent to the jail. And then for her to fill it out. So I don't know if it ever got back to the clerk.
okay. I'll
It's
add
new, it was appointed on 3/17.
so that's a new appointment.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we need to
I
check.
have to say, I don't believe I sent Mr. Arguelles the meeting for today. I apologize.
All right, anyone else told to be here today on a criminal case? Okay, I will let the attorney for the state and the attorneys know civil matters in the dockets, confer in breakout rooms, and ask Ms. Poppy to open those up and to make me the co-host, and we'll call the civil dockets. Beginning with Atascosa County, in the interest of Fabian Reyna, a child. This is entry. Has this been filed? Nobody's here. I guess they got it worked out. And I think these were actually a consolidation. 213118 in the interest of Amor Reyna, a child. Okay. All right, and person who just signed in, named Christina, what is your name, please?
How you doing, Judge? I'm Fidencio Castillo. I work with Trilla. I'm one of the investigators.
All right, no, I was talking to somebody signing an iPhone, Christina.
Oh, okay.
Wanted to make
I'm
sure.
sorry, I thought you said Castillo. Sorry about that, Judge.
All right, Frio County, and I have a question about this. I'm not sure what the redacted part of the docket means.
Those are Judge Olison's cases because he has civil dockets also today.
Aha, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so if I looked at his docket for Frio County Civil, it would be redacted at the bottom. And you can
Yes.
see the top case.
I think what Lori did on those is just marked them out
Okay.
because we hand him copies.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. 2111-332 in the matter of the marriage of Christina and Jesus Gonzalez.
Your Honor, that's the order. It's already been signed by all the parties and the attorneys, and that's already been submitted and filed. It's awaiting your signature, Judge.
Okay, well, I had my cue zeroed out, but I'll sign it whenever it comes to me.
Yes, sir.
In the interest of Goliath Gonzalez, the child.
That's on the motion, which you granted to deny their request for dismissal. It's still awaiting signatures. Can we reset that one, Your Honor, to April the 8th?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. We'll get it to you, I think, before the end of the day.
Okay, if you'll just post that to me in chat, 4-8 entry.
Yes.
Carnes, in the interest of Christian Aguirre, a child. Again, that's entry date, so perhaps they've got it in. Okay, anyone else told to be here today? Your case was not called. Nope. Okay, on whatever plea we have, if someone will post that to me in chat, I'll start looking at it and we'll get that done as quickly as possible.
Yes, Judge, we're just waiting for him to sign, finish everything with Joanne, and then I'll send them to you.
Okay, and if you'll go ahead and have the bailiff get the thumbprint, I can attach that to the judgment.
Yes, gonna do that too.
All right.
Judge,
Okay,
I had a quick question.
yes.
On the additions,
Okay, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
On which editions?
the criminal additions,
Right, Maha,
is she present?
she's in custody, I believe.
Okay, I've gotten with Mr. Arguelles trying to get him on.
Okay.
Ms. Rodriguez and Mr. Holscher, I was gonna put you on a breakout room.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else?
In there too, Miss Poppy as well for Juan Garcia.
I'm sorry, Judge, that's my associate attorney. It would be helpful if she was in the breakout room too. Or
Okay, all right.
Zachariah.
Okay,
I got it, thank you.
Thank you.
So Judge,
yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ernst posted in the chat the dates for Chase Cole Owen. So are they done? Did they leave? I see 525, 610, 719.
Apparently so, I don't see him.
Okay, and then for Mr. McLean, that one's done because Mr. Lamerson said he has 5, 6.
That's correct.
Okay, so we don't need anything else, do we, Mr. Lamerson?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Um, Mr. Roberts, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Leslie.
Did you need to speak with me about
Hello?
Elias Salinas?
Leslie?
Grady? I'm gonna call you, Grady.
All right, I'm going to see if I can open up my mail and work on emails without crashing this computer.
We've had several people join, sir. I don't know if they're on civil cases. There's a Clarissa and then a Dion.
Anyone online who hasn't had their case called? No? Okay, all right. Let me know when we have something.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, before you go, one of my old cases, Dion Salazar, he had called me for the link and I made a mistake and gave him the wrong link, so he should be on now. Dion, can you please answer? Okay, well, there he is. It says Dion.
Yes, I'm asking, here he is.
I'm here.
All right, I'll mark you present.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, may I?
Yes, sir.
I know it's a short docket. Just wondering if we can be excused if you have nothing else for us, sir.
Yeah, there's no appointment, so
Okay.
Judge Ellison may have different thoughts. And if we had somebody who was a no-show who didn't have an attorney, I might ask you to hang around for a while, but no, if there's nothing for you to do, just take off.
Okay, thank you. I'll have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, it's Chris.
Are we doing Atascosa civil still?
Well, no one appeared.
Okay.
These were just for entry. So I assume it's been taken care of.
Okay. So may I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and Zavala County SO. Who is present there?
Annie Maha.
I'm sorry, a door slammed.
Sorry, sir. 1 second. It's going to be Annie Maha.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, sir. 1 second.
All right, Ms. Maha, your attorney, Mr. Arguelles, is in court in another place this morning. He will be on here shortly.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I spoke to Mr. Roberts regarding his client Elias Salinas, which is at the top of the docket.
Yes.
That competency report came back to us on March 17th, showing that his client is competent, but has issues with substance abuse. And when I spoke to Mr. Roberts, he's saying he wants to have someone else look at his client.
Okay.
I have lined up another person to look at.
All right, Mr. Roberts, we're not able to understand what you're saying.
To him, Your Honor. I don't think he's anywhere close to competent, and I don't think the court would promise the situation.
Okay. Again, sir.
Okay, I have communicated with Abner Burnett with the Texas Rural Legal Aid, and they have been able to talk to Elias and maybe give me some ideas or give him some ideas about his competency. He's not competent, Judge, by any means, in my opinion. But I want to help the guy, and they're willing to do it with no cost, and that's what has to be done, or ought to be done.
Okay, well then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and get some dates. And is this an MTR or is it still just an old case?
Judge, it's an MTR. And so that is the problem that we're having, is the issue of the competency and the substance abuse, which I think exacerbates the mental health issues. And so Grady seems to think maybe somebody else might be able to look at him or do something with him. I'm not sure, but I'm not opposed to it if he's got a better idea.
Every kind of facility there is, Judge.
He has. He's
3 or
gone to
4
Laurel
times.
Ridge. That's true.
Okay.
And others.
So how much time are you asking for, Mr. Roberts?
At least 45 days, Judge.
Okay.
I don't know the
You're breaking up.
availability exactly of that man. We just got working on it a few days.
And is this ongoing substance abuse?
I would say there's some of that, Judge, but there's a mental problem behind it all. It's a combination.
Okay. All right. So I'll ask you to get with Miss Poppy for a date, and I don't know what the terms of Mr. Salinas's bond are, but I would be prepared certainly to amend them if it doesn't already say that he's not supposed to be using illicit drugs, and to add a testing requirement.
Judge, and if I'm not mistaken, and Joanne, please speak up. I believe he goes to Camino Real and is getting some medication from Camino Real. And part of the problem is he doesn't want to take that medication. And so I don't know if we can
It doesn't
amend his bond
help him. That's the
conditions.
reason.
Hang on a second, just let me finish. I don't know if we can amend those bond conditions or if those are conditions of his probation, that he's got to comply with the Camino Real, but that is one of the problems we're having.
Right. Well, we need to set that for a hearing or something. Let's do that. But no, I agree that he needs to be fairly evaluated and he needs to be clean and sober and on his medication.
Okay. Well, I'm willing to work with Mr. Roberts, but I didn't want it to take a real long time here, so. We do have the competency report back, and if you didn't get it, Judge, we can forward it to you. It might have been an order signed by Judge Ellison, so that might be why you weren't given a copy, but you know, the order goes into a lot of detail about Mr. Salinas, of course.
Okay. All right. Let's get a date right now. If we need a motion to amend his bond conditions or or require him to be compliant with his medication, I'll be glad to have a hearing on that and would expect that would be appropriate.
Okay.
5/25 would be the closest to 45 days out.
5:25, that'll be fine, Judge.
If you'll post that in chat.
So it's just still to monitor evaluation?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe he be excused in, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. But with the understanding that it's very likely there's going to be if it's not agreed, a bond hearing, a bond modification hearing in the near future.
What is he saying? I didn't hear you, Judge. I'm sorry.
Yes, he is excused, but make sure he understands that if it's not agreed, that there will be probably a bond modification hearing in the near future. So he may have to be in court prior to that 5/25.
Okay, thank you, sir. And we have posted, I believe, on my other guy, Ruben Briones, we've posted those new dates.
Not on the chat, you didn't, Grady. I don't see it.
No, he's about to.
Oh, got it.
Judge, once we get that done, may we be excused on Briones also?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge Wilson. May I approach?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Judge Nena Gutierrez. We were set on the 9 a.m. and I apologize for being a little tardy, but we were set on a motion to enter on the marriage of Gonzalez v. Gonzalez. I did want to announce that I e-filed the fully executed temporary orders for Your Honor's signature, so they should be going to your desk here shortly so we don't need a hearing, Your Honor.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and you have a good holiday weekend, sir.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, and we can start on Elizondo in just a few moments.
Okay,
You
Judge.
yourself, I guess, Ms. Carranza? Yes.
I'm still here. Yes, I haven't gone anywhere.
But
And did we
Hold on.
ever get Dion
yes,
Salazar to answer?
yes, he did.
Okay, are we doing anything or was he getting dates or?
I have no idea.
Okay, Mr. Sean King Dawes or Mr. Lamerson, hello?
I'm here. I thought Mr. Boyer, I'll have to get in touch with Mr. Boyer.
I'll be helping out with this.
Okay, well, there's 3 of you, so somebody tell me what's happening.
Well, we'll probably get new dates.
Dates.
Do you need to confer with your client? Have you already spoken to him?
We already talked about it.
Do y'all have the
Okay,
date?
are we talking about Mr. Salazar?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Uh,
We'll confirm.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
And let me ask on Mr. Elizondo, it looks like everyone signed this electronically. So how is it that I get a blurry scanned copy if everybody signs it electronically?
I don't know, Judge. I emailed it, so I don't know where it went or how it's getting to you. Did y'all print it out?
I mean, we printed it out from the email.
Why?
Why did we print it out?
As opposed to just posting it to me you printed it out and scanned it in. And the copy I have has been scanned, obviously, at least once, if not a couple of times. And since everyone signed it electronically, I'm wondering why the electronic copy wasn't just sent on to me so we had a clear copy.
On the PSI, is that the one you're talking about?
On the plea papers.
On the plea package, that's what I'm talking about. Because they had to correct stuff on it.
Okay. What was corrected? I saw one handwritten note on the agreed punishment recommendations. Is that the only thing?
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything else being changed on my plea pack.
Nothing was changed on our end.
We were supposed to change the court cost to $290 instead of $249. That was one thing that was changed.
That should be the only thing changed on the plea pack.
Yes.
Okay, would you just go ahead and send me the electronic copy you received in the email? Would you just post that in chat?
Okay.
Actually, Leslie, can I have a breakout room with you?
I'm about to start a plea. Is it going to be quick?
Oh, no. Okay, do that first. I'm sorry.
Well, if it's quick, I can do it.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be quick. I mean,
I'm going to make it quick. Jennifer, can you put me in a breakout room with Sean King Dawes? This is going to be fast. Watch this. I'll be right back, Judge, I promise.
All right.
Super quick.
It's fine. There's no hurry.
Good morning, Judge. How are you today?
Good.
Sorry for appearing late.
That's fine. Let's see. Zavala County Sheriff's Office. All right. Your client is, you were appointed on, is this an MTR?
Yes, Judge, on 317.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. Ms. Maha's in the Zavala County ESO. If Ms. Poppy would give you all a breakout room, I'd appreciate it.
Could I confer with the state beforehand, Your Honor?
Okay, but it's going to be a while because we've got a plea after she gets back.
That's fine.
Judge, we're done conferring, and I explained to Mr. Kindos that now any resets would need pretrial docket call in a trial setting. And so I think the one that was being used was 525, 610, and 719. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll post that in chat, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, what was the change in court cost?
Judge, I had put 249 and they should be 290. Everybody has different court costs and I keep getting them mixed up. I'm sorry.
I understand. Okay. So Mr. Elizondo's in the courtroom, or
He is, Your Honor.
are we ready on this one?
Yes, sir.
All right, calling State versus Benny L. Elizondo.
State's ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready.
All right, and is that Mr. Elizondo?
Sir.
Or it says Gloria? All right. Are you Benny L. Elizondo?
Yes, sir.
Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Elizondo, can you speak, read, and write the English language?
Yes, sir.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, despite your representation that you are a United States citizen, I need to caution you that if that is not true, any plea of guilty by you or finding of guilt by me could result in your deportation or exclusion from this country and or a denial of naturalization benefits. Do you still wish to enter a plea today?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any history of mental health problems or mental illness?
No, sir.
Right. Counsel, do you believe your client's competent to stand trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. You stand charged by indictment with the third-degree felony offense of assault, family violence, impeding breath. Specifically, it's alleged that on or about September 19th, 2020, in Frio County, Texas, you intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly caused bodily injury to Bianca Marie Macias, a person with whom you have or have had a dating relationship as described by the Family Code section 71.0021 by intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly impeding the normal breathing or circulation of blood of said Bianca Marie Macias by applying pressure to the throat or neck and or blocking the nose or mouth of Bianca Marie Macias. That alleges a third-degree felony, which is punishable by confinement for not less than 2 and not more than 10 years, and by a fine not to exceed $10,000. So do you understand what you're charged with and what the range of punishment is?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that the plea bargain agreement you have with the state is not binding on me? I do not have to follow it, but if I decide not to follow it, I will allow you to withdraw your plea.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if I do follow the plea bargain and the sentence I impose is not harder on you than what you have agreed to, that you will not be able to appeal this matter?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. And if your plea bargain is for deferred adjudication probation and I decide to follow it, I will find there's enough evidence to say you were guilty, but I will not do so. Instead, I will defer or put off a finding of guilt and place you on deferred adjudication probation. And if you successfully complete that, the case against you will be dismissed. You'll have no conviction, and you may be able, you'll have no conviction. On the flip side, if while you're on deferred adjudication probation, the state alleges that you've broken the rules, you could be arrested and brought back to court, and there would be a hearing on just that question. Did you break the rules? And if the answer to that is yes, then you could be found guilty and sentenced to 2 to 10 years imprisonment and fined up to $10,000, the full range of punishment. You understand that too?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, I want to show you some documents that appear to have your signature. They're titled Admonitions to the Defendant for Plea to the Court. Let me ask, on where it says verification on page 5, is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And do you swear or affirm that everything that appears above your signature on verification is true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you also sign the certification of appeal?
Yes, sir.
Agreed punishment recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Waiver of preservation of evidence?
Yes, sir.
And discovery compliance certificate?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you go over these documents with your attorney, or did you read them yourself, or did he read them to you?
I went over them with my attorney.
Okay. Did you understand these documents before you signed them?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the work that Mr. Briggs has done for you?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, do you believe your client understands the nature of the rights he's giving up, the stipulations of evidence he's making, and the consequences of his plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you also believe that he understands that you received all the discovery you're entitled to in a timely manner?
Yes, we have.
I will accept the discovery compliance certificate, and I'll find that the defendant made his waivers of right and stipulations of evidence knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I will accept them. And I'll ask you, sir, to the allegation in the defendant, in the indictment of third-degree felony, impeding a family violence and impeding circulation or breathing. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
No contest.
And you understand, sir, but a plea of no contest might be different than a plea of guilty if you were to get into a civil lawsuit over your behavior. If Bianca Macias was to sue you for choking her, it might make a difference in that lawsuit whether your plea today is guilty or no contest, but that for all purposes inside this criminal case, pleading no contest is the same as pleading guilty?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything other than your plea bargain with the state to get you to plead no contest?
No, sir.
Has anyone harmed or threatened you or anyone close to you to get you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you an early release from your sentence?
No, sir.
All right, I'll find that you made your plea voluntarily. You're not under any compulsion in making it, and I will accept it. And I'll ask what evidence the state has.
State's Exhibit 1, it's attachment A, Your Honor.
No objection.
Without objection, State's Exhibit 1 is attachment A or admitted into evidence. Both sides resting close?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor.
Okay, give me an opportunity to look at the. I'll find there is enough evidence to substantiate the defendant's guilt. Are both sides ready for sentencing?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I've been given a pre-sentence investigation report. Has the defense had a chance to review that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Any objections or additions?
No.
All right. Give me a chance to look that over. All right, Mr. Elizondo, is a diesel tech another name for a diesel mechanic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So what is the plea bargain in this case?
Your Honor, the plea bargain is 5 years deferred adjudication and a fine of $500. He's to attend and complete an anger management class, a batterers intervention and prevention program. He's to pay court costs in the amount of $290. He's to do 100 hours of community service, pay a $50 drug test fee, education, drug, and alcohol evaluation, follow all recommendations. He's to pay a $100 family violence center fee. He's to have no injurious contact with the victim, and he's to pay a monthly probation fee of $60.
That is our agreement, Judge.
Mr. Elizondo, did you hear everything that was read into the record by the state's attorney?
Yes, sir.
And is that your agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did the state's attorney add anything or leave anything out?
No, sir.
All right. And what exactly do you do at the trucking company you work?
I fix and repair issues on diesel trucks as semi trucks.
And did you go to school to learn to do that?
No, sir. I learned from not knowing anything at all.
Okay. What sort of certifications are there for diesel mechanics that you could get?
There's all up to different tech levels. The highest is a tech level 8. From there, you are a master tech, and you can get your ASE certifications. And once we complete our online courses, we have to go to Ohio or Arizona in person for a week and get that certification done.
Okay. And out of the 8 levels of diesel tech, do you have any certifications?
They've been trying to send me But I've had the court dates and they've put a hold on that.
In fact, Judge, he was due to be a class this week, I believe, and they had to cancel that for him to appear today.
Okay, and that class would be for you to get your level 1 certification, or?
Yes, sir.
And how much longer, what more would you have to do once you get that to get to your level 2 certification?
Just as like I said, as soon as we finish our online courses, as soon as we're done with that, the manager sends out a note that we finished them. They come back and like, okay, this is the date that he needs to leave to Ohio or Arizona.
So you've got to go to Ohio or Arizona 8 times to get all 8 levels?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you planning to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, well. Okay, then, anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
All right, I will follow the plea bargain agreement. I had considered conditioning some part of it, Mr. Elizondo getting some certifications. That's something I do a lot, sir. But it sounds like you're already doing that, so I'm glad of that. So I found there's enough evidence to say you're guilty, but I will not do so. Instead, I will place you on deferred adjudication probation for a period of 5 years with all the rest of the terms and conditions of your plea bargain agreement with the state. There's several things I want you to think about, sir. One, remember what I said, that if you do everything you're supposed to do, the case against you will be dismissed and you'll have no conviction. However, the flip side is if your state alleges you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you could be arrested and brought back to court. And if it's true that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you could be adjudicated guilty. And once you're found guilty, the judge would have the full range of punishment, 2 to 10 years in prison and a fine up to $10,000 available to you. The other thing I want you to know is that, let me go back. So you still live in Frio County. So,
yes.
If the only thing you're not doing is making your full payments on time, you're not going to be revoked just because of that. We'll give you an opportunity to make larger payments if absolutely necessary towards the end of the 5 years. And it shouldn't be a case with only a $500 fine, but it's theoretically possible to extend a person to give them more time to make payments. But you need to get this knocked out. But if a month rolls around, your water pump blows up, you get laid off, you can't make your payment or your full payment or any payment at all, don't fail to go and see your probation officer just because of that. If you're not showing up, you should expect that pretty quickly. If not, you're going to get a motion to have you adjudicated filed. But if you don't have the money, make sure you go and see your probation officer and just tell them you don't have the money.
Okay.
You understand, sir, that because I have followed the plea bargain agreement in this case, that you have waived the right to appeal and you may not appeal?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll find that you made your post-trial waivers knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily also. And I will certify to the Court of Appeals that you have waived the right to appeal and you cannot appeal this matter. I wish you good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, Mr. Elizondo. And Judge, I have posted to chat privately to you my voucher in this case.
Okay, excellent. I'll get that in just a moment. And if that's all you have, your excuse, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Leslie.
Richard, take care. Have a good Easter.
Oh, got it.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Jennifer.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been conferring with Mr. Arguelles on chat regarding his client, Miss Maha. Could we put her next Thursday on 4/8? I think we'll be able to get that worked out. I show that as a Frio date.
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Is that okay,
I'll
Judge
put it
Wilson?
different.
Oh, I'm happy.
Okay, you're happy? Great. Me too.
Matter.
Okay. Rolando, you're good with that, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Now I just need to confer with my client, let her know that.
Okay, she's on. I guess I'll put you in a room.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Mhm.
If Zavala County can join room, oh, they did.
It is.
Okay, I've just posted the Elizondo judgment and plea package to the clerk, and let me download Mr. Briggs's. Okay, and I just posted the voucher for Mr. Briggs to the clerk. All right, so where do we stand? Do we have anything? Are we finished? Do we have anything else?
Judge, I don't have anything. I was wanting to go over the docket real quick. The only thing that's left is the issue with Juan Garcia, but I mean, that's not me. I don't have anything to do
Yes,
with that.
Are they
But I'm
still conferring?
I guess so, yes. Yes, Jennifer's nodding her head, yes. So could we go over the rest of the docket though, just to be sure we have the right dates?
Sure, and I'm just, sometimes when I'm the co-host, I have access to breakout rooms and sometimes I don't, and I've never been able to detect a pattern. So today I don't. Yesterday I did. Yes, Elias Salinas, 525.
Yes, Your Honor. And then Chase Cole Owen has the 525, 610, and 719.
Right.
Dion Salazar has the same dates, 525, 610, 719. Benny Elizondo was a plea. Brandon Lee McCain, the motion to reduce bond was dropped and it's moved to 5-6. Ruben Briones, they posted in the chat, 5-6, 610, 719. And Anna Maha is in custody. She's reset for next Thursday, April the 8th, most likely for a plea.
Okay.
And then the only thing left, like I said, is Juan Garcia, but that doesn't include me.
All right, Ms. Poppy, if you would go ahead and close down the breakout rooms, let's get them back.
Judge, we're back. Ms. Cavazos
okay.
was talking to her client briefly. I think
Okay.
what we'd like to do is probably approach you on a request for a PR bond.
Okay. All right, and 5-8, is that the McLean date?
5-6 is Brandon
5-6.
McLean. Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez is still in that breakout room, I guess, talking to her client, like he said, and then Mr. Arguelles is in with Zavala County, so I can't close them out quite yet.
All right, well, put me in there and I'll tell them to go back.
Do you want me to close them so Roland? I'm confused.
No, just add me to that breakout room and I'll go tell them to come back.
Miss Sylvia, or do you want Roland and Zavala?
Sylvia Rodriguez.
Okay.
Thank you.
She just came back. Please don't join, Judge.
Nope, everyone's coming back.
And he just joined.
I love Zoom.
I confer really quickly with Ms. Carranza, and then may I be excused? We have already reset Ms. Maha.
She
You need to
came back right as you went in. Sorry, Judge.
Oh my gosh. Roland, you need to confer with me?
Yeah, really quickly.
Can you just call me? Just mute and call me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to say not now, Jennifer, okay?
Your Honor, when you have a moment, Mr. Holzer and I would like to approach if we may, Judge.
Yes, what's going on?
Okay. Mr. Holzer?
Your Honor, rather than argue and have a controversy on this case over whether or not there's good cause, what we would like to do is just approach with the state and request a PR bond on this case like we have on the MTR case.
All right, well, let's wait for Ms. Carranza.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Helsher.
So what I was saying is, after talking with Ms. Rodriguez, rather than have an argument over whether there's good cause for the affidavit of surety to surrender, we would like to just approach today and get guidance from the court on whether or not we would qualify for a PR bond, because if we do, then we don't need to reset this matter and we can all kind of move forward with trying to get that case cleared, especially now that we're getting trial dates. If I can proffer briefly, my client appears in court. I know that he's been arrested repeatedly on this case, but those are all due to the surety. not his failure to appear. He's appeared in person. He's appeared today by Zoom. He has good contact with our office. Historically, he has not been a flight risk, and he's not a danger to his community. He is, in fact, mentally disabled. He has traumatic brain injury, and his wife, who's also on the Zoom today, Lucy, really manages his daily affairs. She's the one who makes sure that he remembers things like court dates. And obviously she's been doing a great job. So he has support, but it's not, he is struggling to make his payments. And we don't think we think he's going to end up in jail where he's going to decompensate and cause delays to this whole process. But if we can get a PR bond like the other felony case, then we can just move forward with trying to solve this.
Right. And do you need a chance to confer with Ms. Carranza on this? Or?
I'm happy to. The state was not opposed on the PR bond on the other case, but I'm more,
okay.
I don't
if
know
she
her
doesn't
position today. So happy to confer.
I think that what Mr. Holscher is saying is correct in that Mr. Garcia has been arrested, but I believe it's because the surety has surrendered. Joanne, you'll have to help me because it's an MTR. Has there been something else that hasn't shown up for?
He had that nice side, but then he showed up for court. And then we had the incident with the, I think it was the second MTR. And that's when Judge Ellison told him to show up for court. He did, and he was taken into custody and he was given a PR bond.
Yes, and the reason the nice eye was out, the reason he had a nice eye was because Mr. Herrera had gotten off his bond on the MTR.
And Judge, I don't know what the reasoning is. The only thing is that I think that Mr. Holscher, myself, and my client agree that basically it would be in the best interest that Mr. Herrera come off his bond. We don't
That's
want
fine.
to.
If somebody will get me an order, can we just convert his existing bond to a PR bond and release Mr. Herrera at the same time so Mr. Garcia didn't have to come back in and sign something different?
That would be great.
Yes, Judge, and I think the district clerks have a form that has us where you can change the bond. It's not a recall, but it's the one that either says the bond's been set or it's been reduced.
Okay, yeah, I'll be glad to sign that.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Judge. So Mr. Herrera will be released today and they'll convert it to a PR. Okay.
And let me know if there's anything we need to do on our end, Judge. My client's very close.
Okay, well, who's going to prepare that? Ms. Rodriguez, the clerk, Mr. Helsher?
I'm asking the clerks right now to get it is an actual paper that's in the courtroom
Right.
that I think they can get to
Yes.
you momentarily.
I think you're correct, Ms. Carranza. I think it was a blank form that's a fill-in form that can be done there at the district clerk's office. I know we've worked on something like that before.
Yeah. Dahlia, did you find it? Yes, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
They'll just need to fill it out, Judge, and then scan it to you for your signature.
Okay, I'll just wait.
Okay. Before Mr. Holscher and Mr. Garcia leave, what is the next date for them? Because I don't see
Yes,
a
ma'am.
date on here.
I think it was May 10th, Leslie. Let me double check our calendar.
I don't think that's one for me, but let me check. I think I'm May 6th.
So we have May 11th.
May 11th,
Okay. That,
May 11th.
if that's what he already has, Judge, that's fine with me, unless you
Okay.
want to do something different.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So just remain on docket.
Thank you all very much for your time today.
Yes, of course. See you
So
on
much more
May
pleasant than presiding in Bear County.
11th.
And Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. May I be excused now that we reset Ms. Maha for 4-8?
Yes, sir. No, you're excused.
And Your Honor, just real briefly, in the interest of Goliath Gonzalez, the motion to deny, I believe will be posted. It is signed and will be posted on your chat for your signature, Judge.
Okay, yes, it already has been, and I've already sent it to the district clerk.
Thank you. You're so wonderful.
Check.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
God bless you, and I hope you and your family have a wonderful and peaceful and blessed Easter, Judge.
So have a good Easter.
Bye,
Thank you.
Sylvia.
God bless you. Bye. Stay safe, Miss Leslie.
All right, so all we have left is, I'm just waiting on that order, so y'all are
That's it.
excused if you want.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
okay,
And
thank you,
Zavala
Ann.
County's done, right? Zavala County can go?
Yes,
Ms. Carranza?
Yes?
On Juan Garcia, when he's remaining on docket for 511, but that's an MTR, is that what I heard? Or no? That's
yes.
just regular pretrial.
I think
CTR.
Judge Ellis set both the new case and the MTR for that day.
Yeah, so the MTR, I think, is on the 11th, and this is the new case, Jennifer. So if we'll put that on the 11th, and then we can kind of figure out what we're doing at that point.
Okay, so the old case is not set today. Got it.
No, just the new case. We took care of the bond issue on the old case the last time.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think that's it. Do you need me anymore, Judge?
Good. Have a good.
Okay. You guys have a happy Easter. I'll see you later.
If that's okay, then Judge, may we be excused too?
Yes, sir.
I will, happy Easter. Thank you
Okay.
for letting me finish this week on a high note.
Day's not
Thank you
over.
for letting me live with my family.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay, no, you're excused and
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Judge.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Happy Easter to everybody.
Y'all too.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to everybody.
thank you.
Do I have to push?
Yeah, Alicia, I hope I can get this cut off. Let me shut one more thing. Well, that's still pretty shiny on my forehead. Okay. I posted that. Have you gotten everything back from me? And if you're talking, you're muted.
I was trying to save my document. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I have gotten everything back, Judge. Thank you.